Fellas, AC here. Welcome to another video. Happy Diwali and welcome to one of the most anticipated videos in the whole of Fradcom. Everybody waits for this video, AC's Diwali special. I missed last year, but I'm back and I'm going to keep it this way. So, Diwali special. First of all, let me start by wishing you all a very happy and prosperous Diwali. Doesn't matter where you're watching from. My best wishes to you. A very happy Halloweens, and people watching from India, Shubh Deepavali. So let's start. And before I start, what am I wearing? I am wearing something very special today. This is called, obviously it's a kurta, but it's a handcrafted material. This is made by tribals of East India from Bengal, and the whole fabric is handcrafted and the embroidery is also done by hand. Each piece is unique and it is a little bit noisy for some reason. The fabric is a bit noisy. I don't like being noisy, but this one is a little bit noisy, so please bear with me. As quiet as I possibly can. You can probably hear all the fireworks going off. This is Diwali, there will be fireworks. This is also Halloween. Yesterday was Halloween, so you'll hear a lot of fireworks. It might impede the quality of the video, apart from the noisy material I'm wearing. So, let's start. The topic of today's video, as every Diwali I do the same video. It's similar concept. I normally do opulous fragrances in the previous Diwalis. This time I'm going to do rich and luxurious fragrances. It's the same sort of genre, if you like, same kind of fragrances. What I mean by rich and luxurious fragrances is just when you wear those fragrances, they give you the impression of being extremely rich in smell, quality materials, and it has this luxurious feel about it. It just takes over your senses and you feel as if you're wearing something extremely special. And obviously those fragrances are fragrances that you would want to wear when you are in the mood to celebrate, when you're going to festivals, your friends' weddings, your family weddings, your own wedding, special occasions. And today is a very special day, and that's why I'm doing this video. So there are actually 12 fragrances. I don't know why I picked 12, but I've stuck with 12. So let's start. Number one fragrance is a Guerlain. I'm starting with the Guerlain, and this is not in any particular order. There are 12. I've reviewed the 7 of them. 7, and 5 haven't been reviewed yet. I'm so sorry, but I'm going to change that soon. So let's start. The first one is a Guerlain. I recently reviewed it. It is a very, very rich scent. It smells absolutely amazing. This is called Tonka Imperial. Tonka Imperial, this is the old vintage bottle, and this fragrance is about tonka and vanilla. And it mixes pine note or green notes, spices and tobacco. It's one of those fragrances which is an artistic masterpiece. It brings in gourmand notes. It brings in a note of tobacco, and it creates a sensation. It is a gourmand which is not sweet. It's very rich. It's beautifully well blended. It's an experience. I love this fragrance. Very little people talk about this. Tonka Imperial is a masterpiece if you like gourmand, rich fragrances. I'm really hoping that the microphone isn't picking up the noise of the firecrackers, because they're just going off at the moment. I've left it till a little bit late, but I was a little bit busy doing other stuff. So, next on my list is a rose fragrance. Rose has a reputation. People say rose is feminine. It can be feminine, but rose can also be an astoundingly masculine smell. And this is what the next fragrance is all about. It's not masculine, but it's unisex. It is Rasasis Kasamat Morhaf. I haven't done a full review of this one, but I've done a comparison video, and I'm going to do a full review soon. As you can see, I adore this fragrance. Absolutely love it. It's about a tart rose, which is sort of amped up by spices, saffron. and then oud and patchouli and sandalwood. It's a Middle Eastern fragrance which is really base heavy, and it's somewhere between Armani's Rose d'Arabie and Xerjov's More Than Words. I've done a comparison video between this and Xerjov's More Than Words, but I think I should be doing a full review. Bring this fragrance out when you're wearing something really gorgeous, really classy. It can be a suit, it can be a traditional dress, and you're going to a wedding. Daytime, evening time, does not matter. But this is a very, very special fragrance. Totally amazing fragrance. This is really one of those fragrances that really amps your game up. It will really suit people from eastern part of the world wearing traditional dresses. For example, if I were to spray, I didn't tell you what I'll tell you what my scent of the day is when I get to that fragrance. But yeah, this could have been a fantastic Diwali scent for me. I cannot praise this fragrance enough. Rassasi's Kasamat Morhaf. Next on my list is an Acqua di Parma. It's an oud fragrance. I recently reviewed it. It's one of the most astounding, easy to wear oud fragrances. It is Acqua di Parma Colonia Oud. This is not only oud, it is also mirrors, it also is leather, also is spices and citrus fruits, orange being most prominent. It's a very, very rich scent because of that astounding note of leather. It's a stunner. It can be a leather fragrance as well. Wear this fragrance when you're going out, special occasion, weddings, evening time, daytime, doesn't matter, but dress it up and you'll feel as if you're an A-lister. Watch the sprays because it has the tendency to nauseate you if you're a heavy sprayer. But it's a stunner, absolute stunner. One of the best oud fragrances money can buy. And the oud isn't skanky, which is always a welcome news. Next on my list is another oud fragrance which is not skanky, and it has this fabulous note of cardamom and coffee. This is called Rare Fidelis by Histoire de Parfum, and this is around cardamom and oud and coffee. What a beautiful, rich note of coffee. If you really like the note of coffee and you want to experience a sensational fragrance, rich and luxuriant, you must try this. I'm sure that I found this fragrance for the FragCon. My review is the exclusive review on YouTube. And I'm so proud of it because it's just stunning. Love this fragrance. This is again an A-lister fragrance. You're going out really well dressed in a tuxedo and you really want to amp up your fragrance game. Rare Fidelis. You cannot go wrong. Next on my list is Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana fragrances, to me, always offer something unique. I really enjoy those fragrances, and this one is a rose fragrance. And this is called Mysterious Nights. It was created for the Eastern market, the Middle Eastern market. It's really hard to get hold of. But if you smell this fragrance, it's a jammy rose with saffron and woods, oud, cedar. It's a jammy rose, but the way this fragrance transition. This is basically a niche quality fragrance in a designer bottle, and I cannot praise this enough. It's an absolute stunner. The spices, the saffron, the oud and the rose. It's very common, but the moment you spray this fragrance, you realize there's nothing common about this. This is ultra special. It's a stunner. Try it out. Hard to get hold of, but if you do get hold of it, you'll never regret it, having it in your collection. And the next one in my list is a spicy woody scent which I recently reviewed. It's a superb fragrance. It is Cartier's Declaration Parfum. This is about amber, spices and amber. So, the great spice here, actually, the disturbing spice here is cumin, like it was in initial declaration. But this is bitter orange and cumin with tolu balsam and amber. And the star of the show is right in the front and center is cardamom. It's a stunning fragrance, absolutely sexy. Bring this out when you're not with a lady who's new to you, but with your wife, your girlfriend, regular date. Bring this out when you're with your friends who know you. And then you see the expression on their faces. It's a rich, smooth, luxuriant, warm fragrance. It's a stunner. You know? And you can wear this to any occasion you feel like, as long as it's cold weather. You can also bring this out on a daytime engagement. It's unbeatable. Next on my list is a fragrance which is my scent of the day, and I haven't reviewed it yet. In fact, the next 5 fragrances in this list are fragrances which I am yet to review. It is Arabian Oud, and this fragrance is called Asil. This is discontinued. They've replaced this fragrance, I don't know why, with special edition Asil. I can't understand why they've done it. Well, the dry down is here, but let me just spray because I feel slightly guilty that I haven't reviewed this. Wow, I haven't reviewed this fragrance yet. It's a vanilla fragrance. Vanilla, which has also got dark vanilla and tea and oud and citruses. The oud is a little bit skanky and very, very strong, and it projects like crazy. And unfortunate thing is this is discontinued. So I'm showing this with a little hint of regret because I've had this in my collection since 2018. So I could have easily reviewed it. And it's been 6 years, more than 6 years, and I haven't reviewed it. So I feel a little bit guilty because people might have missed out on this. But if you ever see this, grab it. If you like vanilla, if you like rich scents, if you like compliment magnets, if you like luxurious fragrances, you cannot beat this fragrance. Oh, it's just amazing. This fragrance is absolutely spectacular. Next on my list is a fragrance which has been in existence for almost 73 years. It's a vintage fragrance and it is one of a kind. It's an amber and it's called Youth Dew by Estee Lauder. This was released back in 1950s, I believe, 1952 or 53, and this is a full-on experience of floral rich amber. Amber is one of the most notable, one of the most luxurious notes out there. You can make amber really rich, which is why people go for amber fragrances, because this is special. And it's all about amber of different kinds with smoky florals. And the most, potential candidate in terms of amber here is Tolu Balsam, which is what is there in Cartier Declaration as well. I have to review this and I have to wear it a bit more because this is just luxury. If you want to test what is luxury amber and without spending or breaking the bank, this is still widely available. You should get it while you can, because there will come a day when this will be discontinued and then people will harp on and on and on about this. This is Youth Dew is an experience. Get it while you can. This is what I would say. I'm going to review this probably this winter, this autumn. Let's see. I've got a huge list of 2 review fragrances. Next on my list is an amber fragrance. This amber is an oriental amber. Amber in the East has been in existence for centuries. And this one, when you spray this, you feel like a Maharaja, like a king, like a monarch. And it's aptly named. This is Serge Lutens Ombre Sultan. Excuse me. Ombre Sultan is an animalic amber. It is spicy, full of spices, like the Eastern perfumery is. This is basically doing an Eastern perfumery. Rich, animalic, dense amber, which is complex. And you want to put this on about 2 hours before you want to go out somewhere. Let it just work with your skin chemistry and evolve into something absolutely ginormous in proportion. Some of the most complex fragrances out there which uses a note of amber. This is one of those fragrances which basically enthuses you every time you wear this fragrance. This is a vintage bottle. They've changed obviously, but I cannot emphasize the fact of how complex and how wonderful that fragrance is. Absolutely luxurious. A seal, my God. If you ever get hold of a seal, if you can ever see a seal, get it. Sorry to repeat myself. 3 left. Okay, I've done 9. So, number 10. Another discontinued fragrance. This is by Thierry Mugler. I do not know why Thierry Mugler doesn't do fragrances like this anymore. This is from the Mirror line, and this one is called Mirror de Majestés. Back in 2019 when I did a video, can't remember which one, I introduced this fragrance to a FragCom and everybody went berserk. And then I forgot about it because I've got so many fragrances and I didn't review it, but I will. I'll change this. So what is this? This is basically many things. First of all, at the center is orange blossom, and orange blossom can be an awesomely luxurious note, and that is combined with suede, with oud and leather, and with ambery notes. I can't remember the whole note breakdown, but what I'm getting at the moment is tobacco, dry tobacco like pipe tobacco, sweet, orange blossom, very prominent, absolutely stunning, and suede. What a stunner this is. Mirror de Majestés, Mirror de Majestés. This is what I've written here because the labeling on this one is quite difficult. I keep forgetting the name. So, 2 left. Next one is an experience. You wear this fragrance and it's an absolutely stunning Halloween fragrance. There's something really haunting about this fragrance. It's a smoky honey. Can you believe that? Smoky honey. This is called the Dark Side. It's really correctly named. It's one of the most luxurious yet dark and animalic scents out there by Francesca Bianchi. And what an experience this is. You wear this fragrance and you feel as if you are, in different sort of a place. This is sweet, very strong, very rich, animalic, smoky, dark. What a stunner this is. This is one hell of an example of very, very complex perfumery. And it's really rich and luxurious. So, full review coming soon. And there's also very stunning vanilla. Really awesome vanilla. Dark Side. If you like rich and dark scents, Dark Side. It's an absolute stunner. Next on my list is not a fragrance. It's a statement maker. I've reviewed this fragrance a long time ago. It's one of the most revered, loved, highly rated and sought after fragrance in the FragCom. This is Dior Homme Parfum. Everybody talks about this fragrance. It's an experience. It's basically very hard to get hold of nowadays, especially if you're in the US. But it's just creatively, it's a masterpiece. I also like Dior Homme Intense. I also like Dior Homme. But this one is a fragrance that when you put on, wow. It's that iris, amberette, juicy pear, leather, and oud. Wow. It's an experience. This is one of the most luxurious, modern, masculine fragrances money can buy. And if this is not in your collection, I really highly recommend urge you to get it. Because, as I said, it's unbeatable. This fragrance is stunning. Well, I think all these 12 fragrances are absolutely amazing. But your view is more important. So you let me know what do you think of this video, which one is your favorite, and if I should be trying something else. Once again, happy Diwali to you, and I'm hoping you really enjoyed this video. Take care, love yourself, bye bye.